morning, everyone. Second day in the Smokies. Last night stayed at Mollie's Ridge Shelter, and the shelter is really nice. They don't have a privy, and so you kind of have to go off into the woods to go. Mollie's Ridge does have water right now, but it is a trickle, and I did not enjoy filling up my water from that source. In fact, I had filled up my Canuck bag at Elkintee, the reliable water source, before you reach Mollie's Ridge, which is about 1.5 miles away, and carried that water up with me because since my husband and I didn't have water at Mollie's Ridge when we hiked in October, I was afraid that Mollie's Ridge would not have water again. So I was completely watered up, except for some hikers decided to start a fire last night, and they just thought it was okay to go to bed with the fire still going. And so one of the other gentlemanly hikers got up and tried to put it out, and I said, please just use my liter of water, you know, if that will help, and he did. And because sparks were flying everywhere, and you know, I mean, it was windy. So I had to get water this morning, and that's okay. At least we could go to bed last night without thinking only you can prevent forest fires from Smokey the Bear. It was a good evening. It was a full moon last night, and Couch from Couch to Trail was there. Let's Go Bean and some other hikers were there, and it was an enjoyable evening. Yesterday was hard. I'm not gonna lie to you. That last 1.5 miles, I struggled. I did struggle to come up that last 1.5 miles. It seemed like it lasted 15 miles, and I thought it was just me, but as all the hikers kind of drug into camp, they said, how long was that last mile? So it wasn't just me. A lot of people felt that way. But, you know, there's not as much elevation today as there was yesterday. Yesterday was almost 3,800 feet of elevation gain. That was pretty tough. It was hard for me. Anyway, it's a new day. I'm really looking forward to it. It is about 35 degrees. It's windy, but it's going to be sunny today. And so come on, let's go. Let's get started. Come and go hike with me. And Judith, please leave the candy bars behind, okay? The trail is really pretty this morning. It is sunny and just beautiful. I love the clouds. A lot of you have been asking me what I think about and what I do when I'm walking as far as my mind. I have finished 3 audiobooks that were 9 hours long. They were unabridged. Listened to a lot of music. And I've also had no earphones in and just done a lot of thinking. It's been really good for me. So last night, I got to know Couch a little bit better from Couch to Trail. A lot of you know that Trail went home. He decided that the Appalachian Trail just wasn't his thing, which is absolutely fine. It's not for everybody. And if it wasn't his thing, then he didn't need to do it. But Couch is carrying on. She is a very, very nice woman. So, right there is Blaze. A lot of you might not know that that's for night hiking as well. Those are kind of iridescent, and They shine when you have a headlamp on. I just think it's awesome coming into these forests like this, and then in a little bit you come out and then you go right back in. So exquisite. I am enjoying this today. Coming up to an intersection here. Oh, okay, so we've come up to a shelter. Let's just walk over there and see what that is. I think it's Russell Field, but I'm not sure. We have come up to the sign, and we have hiked 2.5 miles from Mollie's Ridge. We are heading to the left, and this is Russell Field Shelter. There's some people in there. There's a tarp that someone has left. I don't know if it's a park service or what, but looks like a nice little shelter. There are bear hangs here. There is no privy, and there is not a reliable water source. So, you know, if you've got water, this would probably be a great place to stay, especially after a long day, but probably not the first choice for a lot of people. I thought I would share a few tips with you, and it's unfortunate that I even need to say these things, but for you women that are hiking solo, hiking with a daughter, a son, when somebody comes up to you and says, "Are you hiking alone?" the answer is always no. You never say yes, even though you may be. I'm not an advocate for telling a fib, but it's always best to say my family is ahead of me. They're waiting for me to catch up. And I'm a YouTuber, or we just like to enjoy the scenery along the way a little bit more than they do, but we'll be with them tonight. When they say, "What shelter are you staying in?" you just need to say, "I'm not sure. I'll see them when I get there. I'm not sure where they were deciding to stop." That has to be your answer. You have to do that. And I do want to recommend to females that are hiking, not to scare you, but just to prepare you. You need to be prepared. You need to do your research. You need to carry pepper spray with you, and get the kind that has dye in it, because if you ever have to use it, then you have marked the person that has given you a hard time, and the Park Service will find that person and they will assist them off the trail. So please make sure you carry that. It doesn't weigh hardly anything. You can carry it in your fanny pack with your knife, and just keep that, you know, be smart and do that. I just had a person stop me and in a very uncomfortable way asked me if I was hiking solo, and you know, where I was going and everything, and that's what prompted me to go on ahead and share this information with you. I hope that it will be helpful to you. There is no reason for you to be afraid. Just be prepared. That's all you have to be. Be brave. You'll be fine. Hey everybody, I needed to get rid of some clothes. Hot, hot, hot. It's probably only 60, but I'm burning up. So some of those things had to go. I wanted to also just take a couple of minutes to take a breather. I did not really sleep well last night. There was a full moon, and the fact that that fire was going when I went to bed really bothered me, with it being windy and everything, and it just kind of disturbed the momentum for me to be able to sleep. Even though I was tired, I wanted to. So my steam is not built up as much as it should be this morning. That's okay. I'm 5 miles into a 12-mile hike, and I'm mentally having an exchange with myself in my head about, you know, 7 miles is not that far. You can do it. You've done further. I wanted to show you something, so hold on just a minute. I just wanted to show you that whenever I get ready to stop and take a break, I always do it where there's a tree, and I can put my pack on there, and then that way I can turn the pack around and sit down and actually adjust the straps and get everything on without having to pick it up from the ground. It's a whole lot easier on me. You know, you just get kind of strapped in before you sit up, and it works a whole lot easier for me. All I can hear in my head is my son saying, work smarter, not harder. As we've had some exchanges over the years, which is actually very good advice. The sun is shining. I'm in long sleeves and leggings, so I really do wish that I had a short sleeve shirt, but my husband will be meeting me in 6 days, and he'll be bringing summer clothes to me. I won't be getting rid of my winter clothes. I'm just going to be putting a t-shirt and a pair of shorts in my clothes bag, and I can't wait. A lot of you have made the comment that I should meet Couch to Trail Renee. We have met. She is a lovely woman. I am enjoying her so much. She is just very kind and caring and sweet woman. We have a lot in common, and I enjoy her a great deal. I've also met a couple named Bean. That is the woman. I think she's from Boston, so Boston Baked Beans. And I think that's what her name is from. I haven't asked her. And her husband is Let's Go. And they are the nicest, sweetest couple. Funny, funny, funny. Very, very nice. And he is a real gentleman, so it's been nice to hike with him as well. Another reason I'm taking a break is that pack weighs 35 pounds. 35 pounds is a lot of weight. But, you know, I have 8 days of food in that pack, and although I think I'm going to be able to get through the Smokies in 7, that's what I'm trying to do, but it certainly added a lot of weight to that pack. So that is also mentally I'm going, it doesn't weigh 35, it does not weigh 35, it doesn't matter, you know, it weighs what it weighs. So anyway, I hope you all are having just a wonderful, wonderful day, and let me show you what I'm looking at this morning. So I'm going to sign off for now because I've got 7 miles to go. I'll talk to you later. Look how the forest has changed again. It just changes and changes and changes. And I don't know what these are. These kind of red bark. They don't have thorns on them, but they've got buds on the tips. That is what both sides of this trail are lined with, and I think I see a sign up there that's probably for the next shelter. It's so funny. I took those clothes off, and because I was so hot, and I came around the other side of the mountain and it was freezing cold and windy right after I had done that, and then I've made another turn and it's burning up again. Very funny. And those little flies that I told you about yesterday, I'm not sure those are flies. I think there's some kind of like little mud wasp or something like that. I don't think they're flies. Let's see what this says. Derrick Knob Shelter, 6.3 miles. That's where I'm going. So I've got another 6.3 miles to go. And this says Spence Field Shelter, and you go off that direction. That looks like a pretty trail. But no, we are going to Derrick Knob to the right. So here we go. That's pretty, isn't it? It's an ascent, but the stair steps are really pretty. And there's another big kind of grove of these things. Okay, everybody, what are those interesting little things? Huh. If y'all know what that is, would you please let me know so I can learn? Thank you. Look at this. There's just a ton of them. They all have like brown tops on top of them. Let me see if I can show you one close up. See? Awesome. Oh, somebody just let out a howl. I don't know if you heard that. It was a cleansing howl. Look at this. There's hardly a cloud in the sky. There's one special one. And look here. Wowee. Hold on. Do a close up. Look at that. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 mountain ranges back. Look at this. That is a bed of lichen underneath these bushes. I think that's lichen. Here, close up. Huh. Interesting. I'm not sure, but I think that's Thunderhead Mountain, which is where I'm heading. Alrighty. Hey, Derrick Knob Shelter, 5.9 miles. Alright. What does this one say? Jenkins Ridge Trail, Hazel Creek Trail goes down that way. Alright, well, we are going this way. And there's the white blaze on the tree on the left ahead of us. Look at those pretty little flowers. I've seen them all over the side of the trail. They are tiny though, look. Let me zoom back out. Really tiny. Look at this view. Oh my gosh. There you go, honey. I'm 3.5 miles from Derrick Knob Shelter. Okay, we've reached Sugar Tree Gap. I think we have another mile to go before we get to the shelter.